this one he did today. It's meh.
I see. Sorry to hear that.
It's fine.
All right, we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Hi. The main focus of this channel is non-commentary mod showcasing, so this isn't really our usual format. This video will go over some fun facts about Left 4 Dead you probably didn't know. We'll be going over the studio behind Left 4 Dead, its design, and its redesign. There are many Left 4 Dead beta videos, but almost every single one of them is misleading. They never reveal anything new, and all their knowledge seems consistently biased.
Yeah, you can tell right away.
We'll begin with something you'd think is common knowledge, but surprisingly is not. This may come as a shock to a lot of Left 4 Dead fans, but Left 4 Dead is a horror game. You won't take my own word for it, so let's just see what John...
Well, I mean, the horror has sort of laid off, right? I mean, nothing can
especially in the second game.
Yeah.
The second game is a bit more action focused. It's the Dead Space 2, the Left 4 Dead 1's Dead Space 1.
Yeah.
Valve has to say.
Hi, my name's Gabe Newell. Left 4 Dead is a co-op first-person horror game. The main part of the game is 4 campaigns, or movies, playable by up to 4 players. Our goal with Left 4 Dead was to procedurally generate a shared narrative that you could experience with your friends. We wanted to give you the opportunity to live out a horror movie. In order to do that, we had to do extensive work so that the character performances, the pacing, the lighting, the music was all being generated dynamically based on your actions. So how can we do this? How can we put you and your friends into this horror movie? Basically, it breaks down into 3 major categories: the director, the monsters, and the world.
I argue it takes a bit more than that, but who am I to judge?
So we wanted to put the players into a classic horror film, and that involves a bunch of work in 4 main areas: color correction, grain, contrast enhancement, and vignetting. So now we're going to take a look at what the game is like to play, what the experience of being in this horror movie is like. And I think you'll start to get a sense of why we're really proud of what we've been able to accomplish in terms of this shared, procedurally generated narrative.
It's too quiet.
Here they come!
Let's go!
God damn it! I need some help over here! Tank incoming!
I mean, it does sort of give
Left 4
off
Dead was...
that right there. Like, it actually did remind me of the Turtle Rock's version of Left 4 Dead at the beta, where it has all the survivors dying.
Yeah.
always designed to be a horror game. A horror game in its early concept stages.
So for those of you who played Left 4 Dead, you might...
Is that the
that UI.
where I can't see it?
That's the bisexual gun.
Yeah. You said something about the UI.
The UI. It's used in Half-Life and pretty much all Source games, like Team Fortress Classic, the Half-Life, like Half-Life 1 shit. It's in pretty much Counter-Strike too, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
That's neat.
A horror game in all its early footage.
Oh, yeah, I remember. You see, I think from what I learned, Left 4 Dead was made as a mod, like, a short mod, by the creators, like in Counter-Strike, where they made some army dudes with only knives and made it a holdout section, and then decided to make it into a zombie game, right?
Really?
Yeah, that was the original goal. That was what happened once.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I got the information from Dr. Skipper, if you don't know who that is.
I told the from Madagascar.
What?
Never mind.
No, wait, what was you say? Yeah, your mic was going crazy for a moment.
I do know that Skipper is a penguin from Madagascar, though.
Well, no, Dr. Skipper, like, never mind, just go.
a horror game was
That trailer does go hard, seriously.
Yeah, it truly does.
being redesigned, a horror game on its final retail release, and still a horror game in its sequel because it's the same game.
Last time I saw my grandmother, she asked me, was I still a praying man?
It's even harder than this Tangerine I'm eating.
Well, she said,
Then what?
It's harder than this Tangerine I'm eating.
pray hard.
The entire concept of 4 lone survivors being surrounded by hordes of mutated, infected people is already a nightmarish scenario, especially taking the fact that the survivors you play as are infected carriers. All things considered, this is a hopeless setting. Horror doesn't have to scare you. It can be a stylistic choice, it can have dreadful undertones. It makes no difference if you agree with Valve's idea of horror or how it's implemented. You must consider the time period of when this game was being made. It dates back to 2005. For example, that's when Doom 3 is fresh at its prime and is considered to be the scariest game ever made.
Doom 3 shotgun.
What do you think of it?
Well, satisfying but not powerful. More like a melee weapon.
Yeah, I heard as much.
Horror as a genre is very subjective. Its appeal is different for everybody. There is no definitive formula. Horror is defined by its time period, the technical limitations, and one's own individual perception. You'll see strange posts like turning Left 4 Dead into a horror game as if it isn't one. If this is not a horror setting, then what is?
Yeah,
Many Left 4 Dead
that's something I do sort of agree with. Like, you ever get these weird contradictory titles and videos? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of like making it so? Whatchamacallit? What did the Nightmare mod do, for example?
I guess make it harder, or just make everything darker. Added more twisted enemies. What else? It also made the weapons a bit more like their Cry of Fear counterpart, he made the weapons like Cry of Fear.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Left 4 Dead still like works as a horror game. It doesn't really like need to be anything else in order to work as one, because it already is one.
Yeah.
Dead fans have no idea what genre their favorite game is, nor do they know anything about its history or the developer. You'll see strangers
Silly.
arguing about what
It's supposed to be a silly, goddammit. I mean, isn't that sort of true? I mean, it's going for a more action, like you can see it like in the trailer, like.
Yeah, but there's still some horror factor into it, I guess.
Well, okay, yeah.
It's still there, I guess.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I mean, once you're used to it, it kind of gets tiring. So, yeah, I'd argue it is supposed to be sort of fun, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, even then, like, I feel that's no excuse to get rid of all the horror tones, like, make it more, like, silly action, like. The most important part for Left 4 Dead about me is that it's serious, but it doesn't take that seriousness to make our protagonists, like, don't have any personality. Like, I don't know, I like the pacing of it, basically. It knows that it knows that a lot of people who played Left 4 Dead 1 will already like be pretty much used to the dark settings of the maps there, and then they decide to like add more variety, I guess, to Left 4 Dead 2, with the swamps, the hotel, the city, everything else. I really like that, honestly.
Yeah.
But the horror is still there, basically. It's still there, but it's not as effective.
Yeah, like Resident Evil 4.
Exactly. Because if they kept it going for RE4 too, it won't hit as hard. It will be a bit, I don't know. A lot, like I said, a lot of people who play the predecessors would also play RE4, and they would be getting used to it.
Yeah.
know anything about its history or the developer. You'll see strangers arguing about what good horror game design is despite having no experience even with the most basic forms of modding. They're giving this weird impression like they're the exact type of people who watch a 1950s horror movie, not find it scary, and will deny it its genre. Those types don't try to understand film or game design, they never check the source, and they discard what Turtle Rock Studios accomplished with Left 4 Dead. Speaking of Turtle Rock,
Well, I mean, I've heard, the reason Left 4 Dead was successful was because Valve carried it. At least that's what was from Crobecat. I mean,
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe Turtle Rock could have done it, but they may have also screwed it up, like, as in from Evolve and Back for Blood. But then again,
Yeah. Evolve was missed potential, honestly.
I never played it, so I wouldn't know. But
I did see my sister play it though.
I see.
I could rant to you all day about like different ideas I could give for Evolved and shit, but I don't know if that's a perfect time for it right now. Also, fuck that VTuber down there. No, legit, I hate him, but that's beside the point right now.
Yeah, okay.
Cat video among many similar ones. Everyone is parodying the same thing. Crobecat showcases Back 4 Blood's typical video game jank and then compares it to Left 4 Dead, but he prefers not to show any of Left 4 Dead's jank.
Huh. I never noticed that.
I don't know. I always felt like something was a bit off about Cat's video.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me.
I guess I understand that, but sometimes I always find it weird how all the zombies, like, or whenever I'm playing a game and it runs smoothly, but for some reason it seems to run badly for everyone else or someone else. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird. Like how did they get that version? It's weird.
Yeah. For real.
Like the Evil Within, like from what I heard, it apparently used to crash a lot, and like some people, like, and I'm not trying to say, like, I'm not trying to use the whole subjective thing, but in terms of performance, like, I understand, like, game mechanics range, it's subjective, but for performance, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't talk too.
His video spreads misinfo, and his goal is to pass all credit to Valve. I won't go over Crobecat's entire video, I'll just show a few examples of what he did. He shows a bunch of random destructible gravestones in this moment. He chooses not to show the non-destructible ones just a foot away.
Good point.
He shoots an absolutely random empty gas station in Back 4 Blood. He then compares it to Left 4 Dead's one and only shootable gas station in the entire game. Whatever happened to hundreds of non-shootable gas stations in Left 4 Dead? Why didn't he shoot those?
I never noticed that.
Yeah, I think I've noticed it too. I think I might be the few who noticed too, but I didn't question it at the time. But yeah.
Show how flawless Left 4 Dead is. Show the positives only. He tries to hide all its jank and he never shows the bad stuff. But he doesn't give Back 4 Blood that same courtesy. He does the opposite. He never tries to show the positives, he shows only the negatives. His one-sided approach should have raised some eyebrows and made it obvious his video is rigged, but no, people fell for it. Everybody fell.
Well, I mean, yeah, I do feel bad about myself falling for it, but then Crobecat's RE4, comparison came out, and yeah, I think that's what got him into heat or hot water or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the guy, honestly.
Oh, I don't know. There's a whole other rabbit hole for that, but I don't care about drama at this point. Oh, by the way, I want to say something else. Like, you ever hate how some people go about some YouTubers like just overreact, like go, "Oh, I'm about to end Capcom's or Valve's career." Like when they question something that's really popular. I hate that kind of stuff.
I think it's just stupid.
Yeah,
They're just like putting on a show and stuff, and it's getting old.
I know, because like it sucks because I've seen. There was this one person I watched who disliked something popular, but he was nice about it. He didn't go, oh, I'm going to end this person's career, like all that, Like, you can dislike something popular, but be nice about it. It's possible.
Yeah, I've seen it before. I mean, the other day I did see somebody post that they didn't really like RE9, but I guess they were nice about it. From what I've heard, they weren't really assholes. They were, in fact, pretty good people. So,
Exactly.
honestly, I wish we had more of those people, honestly.
Yeah.
It's like I myself don't really like Silent Hill F mostly because of the combat, but I don't really have problems with anyone else liking the combat.
Thanks. Yeah, funny, because one time I did like Silent Hill Homecoming, and someone said I was the reason abortions should be legal.
What the fuck? I mean, an abortion is supposed to be legal, but why are they using it in that context?
I don't know.
I mean, they're just being assholes, all right?
I know, agreed. Yeah, always, yeah. And let's continue.
For it. It got forced everywhere. His video inspired bigger YouTubers like Actman, forcing Left 4 Dead some genius, irreplaceable masterpiece. Which it is.
Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Actman, okay? I did watch some of his videos, but I don't know. I can't stand people who just try to keep putting on a show, like constantly, and all that.
I mostly didn't watch it because I never got into him, but yeah.
Yeah.
If you're trying to make Left 4 Dead look bad, I promise you, it will not take any effort. Especially if you're a long-time modder and have been around, which we'll get to later in the video. Videos such as the one Crowcat made only lead to mindless hostility, but Crowcat isn't to blame. Sure, he chose to make it one-sided and spice things up, but at the end of the day, it's the fandom. It's the people in it who choose how to act, and Left 4 Dead fans sure chose. You'll see many of them mocking Turtle Rock. They really want to demonize and take away all their credit away. They call them Valve janitors. One of the Valve devs even made a video trying to respond to people to clear up this misunderstanding. He tries to clear the air about Turtle Rock Studios.
Stop this. This is saying that Turtle Rock is a lousy studio that shouldn't take credit for all the work they did. No, they did amazing work. They did great stuff. No, do not. This is entirely false. I normally just ignore this to delete this, but this is not one that's going to catch on. No, they moved so rapidly and so fast when I first started working with them, they were tiny, but yet still every single day there'd be a crazy amount of update, from level design to art to code to the AI. It was constantly changing and iterating and trying to find that right fun. They were making it entirely the right way. The problem is the source engine isn't that durable, so it became very fragile. When we'd come up for playtest to Seattle, I would have to make sure that we had the one video card and the one driver that it worked on. One problem they have, those they're small studios, so your ability to accept a lot of new ideas and new ways of thinking and get enough play testing in is really hard. So when it comes up to Valve, it's really about more time, more people, and more play testing, right? But
yeah,
this is how the average this kind of fan looks like.
Hold on.
I sent it in your DMs.
Okay. Wait, the average what again?
The average, I don't know, just extremist fan. Just like an extreme Left 4 Dead fan.
Yeah. Honestly, it's not exclusive to Left 4 Dead, but even to haters too,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But then again, I probably associate them with these freaking mole men from Primal. They're just so alike.
Yeah. But honestly, it's a bit hard for me to tell which is which, because everyone always jumps on it. Like, the lines are all blurry for me right now. Like, it's hard for me to tell.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay.
Core was there. The Turtle Rock guys were great. And
honestly, this also reminds me of the documentary Dead Domain did for Silent Hill Homecoming. And also a lot of Silent Hill fans just attacking, Are you familiar with Twin Perfect by any chance?
I don't think so.
I don't recommend it, but only Fungo, who used to be part of Twin Perfect, I'm not going to get into that rabbit hole, but let's just say he's a more decent person than the other people there.
That's good.
Yeah.
In fact, they're so good that after we shipped Left 4 Dead, some people decided they don't want to join Valve and that they want to go off on their own, and some people joined Valve. Turtle Rock went on then, and they were like looking for work, and Valve helped them. We set them up, and then they actually got them to work with us on CS:GO because I like working with them so much. Well, you can say you like or dislike one of their games or whatever, but they're not allowed in the studio. They 100% deserve the credit that they get. So yeah, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Nobody cares, of course. Nobody shares this anywhere to spread awareness. Left 4 Dead fans don't want this. They want more Left 4 Dead is a genius masterpiece videos. They not only choose to believe that Valve made the entirety of Left 4 Dead, but also everything else. Like Portal, Team Fortress, Counter-Strike, Dota, and every other single game under their name.
Team Fortress is a dead game.
Valve didn't create Counter.
Yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Strike. It's originally a mod by Ben Lee and Jess Cliff. Valve didn't create Portal. It's a mod made by students from the DigiPen Institute. Valve didn't create Dota. It's a Warcraft 3 community project. It's a mod. Valve didn't create Team Fortress. It's a Quake mod made by TF Software. Valve didn't create Left 4 Dead. It was a mod by Turtle Rock. Valve did make Half-Life, the entire concept of which is taken from George Orwell's 1984 and Stephen King's The Mist.
No wonder it's so good.
The
Yeah.
Arrowhead Project. Some people say Valve ruined Left 4 Dead 1 or 2, but that's not true. It's all made by the same developers.
If Humbarland is inspired by anything, it's probably inspired by George Orwell's Animal Farm. Same guy who wrote 1984, by the way.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Valve South. They ditched the original game and they moved on to work on a sequel. They wanted a more stable engine because the first game was an unstable mess. Turtle Rock are the ones responsible for the redesign. Valve gave them the stable mess. Turtle Rock.
So wait, this was Turtle Rock's OG?
I don't know. Maybe?
Are the ones responsible for the redesign.
I mean, I kind of like both, but yeah, I can kind of see why one would prefer the other, but
This one has more of a soulless appearance, which I really like.
Unstable mess.
hold on.
Turtle Rock are the ones responsible for the redesign.
This one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, I see.
Valve gave them the budget and thumbs up. Left 4 Dead fans might try to convince you Valve is behind this amazing redesign, but that is false. The shift from the beta to retail design is Turtle Rock's own initiative.
We've been working with Valve for a long time. We were Turtle Rock Studios the first of the year they acquired us. Now we're Valve South. So we have a whole lot more resources to address for Left 4 Dead. And as a result, we've been able to really rework all the art style, do all the kinds of things that we wanted to do, but we didn't have.
I remember
the
G4.
resources for. So it's
Sorry, what?
I remember G4.
What's G4 again?
I think it's a channel related to games on television.
I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, it's so old, dude.
Damn.
still the same, survive the zombie apocalypse with your friends. It's all about the co-op. It's about replayability, but it's got a whole new look.
Hey, Fred, give me a pizza with extra cheese.
Extra cheese.
And hold the tomato sauce.
Hold the tomato sauce.
And hold the crust.
Hold the crust.
Hey, Jimmy, give me a cheese with nut.
Nothing.
Even for back in the day, it still was freaking intense.
Yeah. So wait, hold on, wait. I don't get the examples. Like, there's no zombies in here, but where there was a smoker in there, what were they firing at? Well,
I don't know. I heard a boomer, I think.
Okay, let me just go back and see.
Yeah, that sounded like a boomer. But was it a smoker? Was it a boomer? I don't fucking know.
Maybe the...
A boomer smoker hybrid.
There's a problem with the redesign. It's the fact they spent years developing the game with a different vision. They spent years working on that first game. They never got to finish this redesign. They couldn't even decide where they wanted the game to take place. They say the game is set in Los Angeles, but then you'd see a Miami and Canada city skyline. If the game is set in Los Angeles, then why aren't the mountains surrounding the city visible at street level? The game originally had a visible skyline, so what happened? The redesign is meant to have a power outage look. You walk through dim city streets with barely any lights, apart from a few exceptions. But once you get to the hospital rooftop, you'll notice just how lit up the entire city is, which makes absolutely no sense design-wise. You'll see how all the traffic lights are still on, but none of them emit any light. The entire redesign of the game is rushed and heavily unfinished. They're in such a hurry they didn't notice most light poles still have the lit-up VMT, despite them having an unlit counterpart often just standing next to the lit ones.
What? How did I never notice any of this?
Lighting in it, but the next map with the previous map's same area is still visible now has a light. A lot of light poles are still on, but they're not illuminating anything. You'll find this design inconsistency in every single Left 4 Dead 1 campaign.
In lighting.
You'd hope Valve would go back to fix all this and finish their redesign properly with the second game, but it's like they never even noticed any of it. They released the first game unfinished and abandoned it, then make up an excuse about the engine. They rushed and released the second game only a year later, then abandoned it just like the first. They gave up on the game sometime after its release and passed it down to its own fandom. We got the Last Stand update 11 years later.
Wait, what?
The Last Stand was a flawed campaign.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
Was it that forgettable? I don't really
remember visually, but I don't know. It's not that it was forgettable. I don't remember the flaws. I'm not sure. I played many, campaigns, official and custom, but, they all seem to blend in for me.
I guess you're right.
Later that fixed things like Lewis never blinking. The Last Stand is a community update. It has nothing to do with the original developers. It's an update by fans. Some of the most notable changes they made to the game was partially disable the in-game vocalizer. They completely disabled the ability to use laughter in PvP mode. They also added the Counter-Strike guns, which were never meant to be in the official game. It's just Valve's way of making a jab at Germany's video game censorship. I wouldn't call the Last Stand update too bad, but there's too many incompetent changes forced inside the base game and you can't opt out of it. Left 4 Dead gets worse with every era, with every redesign, with every update. It got recycled so many times it lost its identity. It's not even a proper game anymore. Most of it is...
He was using mods. I'm not sure if that should have been used as an example, but whatever.
Replaced with TF2 brick walls, TF2 trains...
Oh, I had no clue.
TF2 crosshair... compressed Half-Life textures, Half-Life trees, CS weapons. The list goes on. Many Left 4 Dead fans dismiss these things as just some Easter eggs, but there's a pretty big difference between actual real Easter eggs and recycled assets. The unfinished redesign is bad enough, now it's a mix of different source games. People say the early beta recycled
fans are pretty much the definition of toxic positivity.
Unfortunately so.
Yeah.
Assets, but that's a lie. Turtle Rock made tons of original assets, like the Miami skylines. They used Marlin Studios for their texture work. There's a clear creative vision. Left 4 Dead had its own style, it had its own identity, it had its own unique blueprint. It was distinct. I'm curious if any of the Turtle Rock devs ever stood up against any of it. You can still find the majority of the assets like the Miami skylines from the early builds still present, but they've been recycled. This reminds me of Fear 3's development hell. It was designed to be a horror game for years, but then some corpo comes in and says he wants the game remade to be more like what his kids play.
Basically, dude, like, dude, like, when I played, dude, that's unfortunately true. Like, I mean, the story behind Fear 3 is sad as hell, dude. Like, so freaking sad.
Let's see why.
To be like Call of Duty.
But dude, I should show you the Dead Domain documentary for Fear 3 because it's.
Wait, they also made a documentary for Fear 3?
Yes.
Cool.
Also, hot take. Fear 3 is still better than Fear 2, no matter whom I say. I mean, that's just me, but dude, from what I played of Fear 2, like, I know some people may relate to it. Even I relate to it a bit, but I just don't like how it handled some of the topics, or just the tone in Fear 2 did. Fear 3 was more consistent. Fight me.
I've never really played any Fear games, but I'll probably take your word for it.
Somebody at Turtle Rock Studios wanted Left 4 Dead to be more like Team Fortress and Half-Life. Truth be told, it doesn't matter. Left 4 Dead was going to succeed no matter the circumstance. It has a Valve logo, it has zombies.
Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game?
Jesus Christ, how many fucking zombie games you buying, Joe?
Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game?
No, I don't want to fucking play another goddamn zombie game.
And invented the 4-player co-op horde shooter formula. By being the first of its kind, Left 4 Dead was doomed to thrive no matter what. Many people pretend to be happy or unhappy that we ended up with this Left 4 Dead, but in reality, they would have said the same thing regardless of what we ended up with. If Turtle Rock never chose reality, they would have said the same thing regardless of what we...
The lit window pattern on this building spells L4D. Though it's cute, somebody at Turtle Rock's Valve was having
ended up with. If Turtle Rock never chose to redesign their game, all these videos calling this game a masterpiece would have had the beta survivors on their thumbnail today. The redesign was completely unnecessary, and all of it was for nothing in the end because it's unfinished.
I have to agree with that.
That's sad as fuck.
I'll be comparing both games in this chapter, and many of the things I'll say and show next are both objective and subjective. I'll start by comparing the sound design of both games, so it's highly recommended that you wear headphones for this chapter. Left 4 Dead 1 sound design has a lot going on in the background. As you can see,
I would put headphones on, but the problem is, like, because of me transferring my files to this computer, like, it fucked things up. Whenever I put my earbuds in, it just shows this pop-up of real-time audio and then just closes and doesn't do anything.
Damn.
in the console, the ambience consists of many layers. You will hear gunshots, thunder, creatures, flies, buzzing, flickering, explosions, whispers. Each location has rich sound design.
There's another thing I really love about this game.
Sorry, say again, your mic went off.
And there's another thing I really like about this game, the sound design. It's just so goddamn good.
Yeah. God, that's amazing.
Left 4 Dead 1 maps have this calmness in them, and moments where you can just walk around and take in the atmosphere. You go through so many areas in a single campaign. Apartments, streets, subways, sewers, rooftops, all in just one single campaign. Let's have a look at how Left 4 Dead 2 handles its level variety and compare. Here's a deep swamp, shallow swamp, hillbilly village A, hillbilly village B. Let's compare the sound design.
I mean, considering that Left 4 Dead 2 is a bit of a sequel, you'd think it's more deserted and stuff. If you know what I mean? There aren't as many survivors, and it's more post-apocalyptic. It's so fucking empty.
Yeah.
It's like it's only you and the zombies. There's nobody else.
I understand.
It's like the zombies have already taken over the world.
Doesn't sound bad to me. Left 4 Dead 2 recycles Left 4 Dead 1. That's fixed a lot. I mean, technically, like, Left 4 Dead 2 came in 2009, while Left 4 Dead 1 came in 2008. I mean, that's no
1
excuse.
year, like 1 year difference is like really strange, honestly.
Yeah.
The Parish is a decent sound variety, but the same cannot be said about the other maps. Dark Kernel is a bit lackluster. The rest of the Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns aren't any different. Their sound design mostly consists of insects. Look at the amount of sounds used in Left 4 Dead 2 maps, then compared to Left 4 Dead 1's amount of variety.
Yeah.
The sound design in Left 4 Dead 1 is a lot more going on, and I'm not even mentioning other things. For example, gunfire will have an echo depending on how far you are. Left 4 Dead 1 has it, but Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't. With Left 4 Dead 2, you can swing a heavy axe for all eternity, but shoving a couple of times will completely exhaust you. The icing on the cake is how poorly coded the entire melee system is. The cooldown exists because of Left 4 Dead 1's different
I'm
game
glad I'm
modes.
not the only one who thinks that way.
Huh. Neat. But yeah, I do prefer infinite shoving too.
Left 4 Dead 1 is a game where melee weapons do not exist or were never accounted for. In Left 4 Dead 1, Versus didn't just have a different approach to balance or shoving, it also drastically changed the entire level layout in PvP mode. In Versus, the shove is cooldown. The specials can stagger survivors away. The level layout is different. Everything is PvP oriented. In campaign mode, the shove is infinite. The map layout is PvE oriented. The overall balance is different because it's a different game mode. Let's compare Left 4 Dead 1 texture work with Left 4 Dead 2. In Left 4 Dead 1, you'll see self-shadowing bump maps everywhere. The world is a lot of detail. The same cannot be said about the sequel, though. Have a look at the texture work in Left 4 Dead 2 campaigns. Almost all of it is bland and static. You'll rarely ever see Valve use bump maps anywhere in Left 4 Dead 2 maps. The only bump you'll ever see is on some recycled swamp water. On some very rare occasions, you'll spot them use gravel or road bumps, but it's so rare you might as well forget it even exists. Look at Left 4 Dead 1 Sunlight and Baked Lighting on Blood Harvest. Let's compare Left 4 Dead 2's Baked Sun Shadows.
Yeah, that looks amateurish.
Baked lighting is static, and the source engine can receive 4 lights per surface. The quality doesn't affect performance, it's the overlap. Left 4 Dead 2's baked lighting has absolutely no reason to look this dreadful, especially since the whole game is set in broad daylight. Combine this declining quality with Valve's idea of fun level design where they spam you with wards on every map. You gotta fetch 10 gas cans to refill a tiny car tank, refill 16 generators. It's all very tedious and repetitive. Campaigns like Piss Stream and The Last Slop take the cake.
Okay, seriously, like, look, so far the video's been good, but just fucking hate it when they keep using that word. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I've already heard slop be used 1,000 times, and like, come on. Look, I get you hate these levels, fine, I understand, but come on, like, just enough of it already, you know?
Yeah.
They have no quality control, and it's because they aren't made by Valve. It starts off by flying through the entire map. They're welcomed by this black magic floating custom map PNG text that plagues other custom maps. Yeah, thanks a lot for showing me the name of the map I just selected. Now I know where I am. The level design mostly consists of Half-Life 2 Episode 2 trees copy-pasted everywhere. An official campaign, for example, uses at least 50 unique surface textures, each one unique for each level, and I'm not even counting the models. Death Toll, for example, uses at least 10 different nature blending tools. Throughout the whole campaign, Coldstream only uses 2 nature blends, despite the entire campaign taking place in a nature setting. The campaign recycles 10 surface textures, copy-paste every single model. There's no thought or care here. Every single level spams infinite hordes to compensate for how lackluster everything else is, and the campaign just sort of ends like a wet fart. Thanks to Coldstream, we officially have stolen stalker tile textures in Left 4 Dead 2. These ones, to be exact.
I had no clue either.
I had no clue over here.
It's weird because I remember Bloober Team being, getting away with a lot of stuff they reused or just stole, but like I also and there's also this stuff with Psycho Clown in his games, but I didn't know it was this common. Like I thought maybe it was just a thing, but I'm speechless.
I get your frustration.
No, I'm not frustrated. I'm more baffled, I mean.
You're flabbergasted?
Guess so.
The Last Nightstand is the same, only more pretentious. It's reusing a similar amount of blend tools ever to save time, showing a lack of care. The skybox belongs to vanilla Death Toll, but copy-pasted. The map is creatively bankrupt, and the finale feels like a complete chore. I have absolutely nothing to say about this campaign.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck?
It's originally a Left 4 Dead 1 survival map, so their work was already finished for them, yet they still failed to deliver. That is fucking incompetent. Thanks to the Last Stand, we had stolen star.
Huh?
I don't.
What?
What's going on?
I didn't know it was that bad.
I literally a Brahma.
You've been telling me every time I played this map, I've been playing a freaking survival map, which isn't even survival. What? Okay, let's fuck this shit. Let's just keep going.
Core assets in Left 4 Dead 2. It eventually was replaced with Half-Life 2 slop. It shows how little Valve cares about what they accept.
Okay. Sorry, but again, he has to stop using the word slop. Look, he can use it, but how many times, dude? It's getting old now. Maybe this is why people still don't take you seriously.
Yeah.
It's unclear with Half-Life 2 slop. It shows how little Valve cares about what they accept. It's unclear why third parties are allowed to make changes to the official game. I won't compare view models with characters. All of it is too subjective. What's not subjective is whether or not Left 4 Dead 2 is a masterpiece. It simply isn't. Its focus is clearly set on quantity over quality.
Look at all that shit. You really need all that shit?
Sequels are meant to take everything from the original and refine it. They're meant to polish and expand the established mechanics. Dead Space 1 and 2 is a perfect example of a sequel done right. It refined its mechanics, it expands on the established design. Left 4 Dead 2 fails as a sequel. It doesn't refine any of the previous game's mechanics. It removes half of them and betrays its own design.
I love that. I love that in the title.
1 and 2 design. Left 4 Dead 2
I love the edited. Sorry, I just it's so stupid, but I love it.
I love it too.
It's a sequel. It doesn't refine any of the previous game's mechanics. It removes half of them and betrays its own design. It adds new stuff, but all of it is useless like the grenade launcher. It's a special gun, so let's see how it deals with a special enemy.
They should have made it hold 4, like in Trepang Square.
Yep. I love the high-pitched tank sound.
The what? Oh, the high-pitched tank.
High-pitched tank sound.
Left 4 Dead 2 adds new stuff just for the sake of adding it. None of it is fleshed out, and most of it conflicts with other items and mechanics. Stuff just for the sake of adding it. None of
The riot shield was already in the game. Like, I mean, I thought it was a modded thing.
I've never seen the riot shield either.
of it is fleshed out, and most of it conflicts with other items and mechanics. In Left 4 Dead 1, you have the pipe bomb for distraction and Molotov for everything else. Left 4 Dead 2 adds the bile jar, which completely botches the pipe bomb's design.
So I think it is useful for the tanks because I'm not dealing with those fuckers.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead 2 doesn't separate different game modes properly or its mechanics, which butchers the whole melee system because it uses Left 4 Dead 1's shove stamina system. Left 4 Dead 1 was in active development for almost a decade. Left 4 Dead 2 was in development for barely a year, and it shows. The sequel feels like an unfinished tech demo. So, why are so many people forcing this steaming pile of shit as a genius masterpiece that outdid the original? It began with Valve's media manipulation, way back when people were boycotting Left 4 Dead 2. Valve was doing everything to convince everyone Left 4 Dead 2 is good. In this interview, you can see Gabe quite literally admitting to Valve targeting groups of boycotters and brainwashing them into buying the sequel.
One of the concerns that were raised by people who had Left 4 Dead is, what's different?
I think the lip sync is a bit off here, I'm not sure why.
Not sure why either.
Enough about this to justify it being a new sequel. So we've spent a lot of time talking about what the scope is, both artistically and in terms of the scale of the game, and doing anything we could to make sure that our fans understood why Left 4 Dead 2 was a really positive evolution, rather than just us trying to come up with a way of So we tried everything. We tried to find people who were sort of articulate spokespeople for that skepticism about this and bring them in here and show them what we were doing. And that was proved to be a pretty effective way of communicating with sort of these really hardcore members of the community and reassure them that this was a good thing rather than something that they should be skeptical and worried about.
The average gamer isn't detail-oriented. To them, Left 4 Dead 2 is just Left 4 Dead 1 with more guns, more maps, and more zombies. So Valve's brain.
I hate whenever YouTube just puts me on auto, quality instead of just one.
It's so fucking.
It was so effortless. A lot of
irritating nowadays.
Yeah.
The boycotters end up buying the sequel more than normal consumers.
By really focusing on communicating with that group, we can also measure how well the Left 4 Dead 2 is doing in pre-orders. And so Left 4 Dead 2 is actually, for people who've joined the boycott group on Steam, we can look at their pre-orders, and they're actually pre-ordering the product at a higher rate than Left 4 Dead 1 owners who weren't in the boycott. And what that tells us is...
Honestly, I understand Yoru's point, but I just sometimes think maybe the fans are also to blame too,
Yeah.
It's weird.
I guess.
I know corporations are evil, the evil corporation, but sometimes you gotta wonder, maybe it's not just the corporations, but the people who buy them, just the reason I don't care as much is I just usually prefer not to buy. I know a lot of people are going to say Capcom's milking or Resident Evil or just RE9 was just being all inclusive, but honestly, then it's like what I did
Fogs and their carcass queens.
Yeah, but also because it's like what I did. Just do what I did with the Amazing Digital Circus. I sort of unpopular opinion, and I'm sorry if I'm going to get roasted, but I like Jax and the only reason I didn't watch it because I just felt since the guy was probably gonna get what he deserved in the end, That's the problem. So I just don't watch it. It's that simple. Fuck,
Yeah,
how am I
exactly.
stuttering?
And besides, you can like antagonists. You can like them for what they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't get. I could give two shits less if you like Jax, honestly. I mean, so long as you understand the point of the character, and of course, which I don't know, this sort of stuff, people keep lacking it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
They lack the ability to understand art. It's like if you like this certain character, it's like it defines you basically for some reason.
Yeah.
Is that we did a really good job. Hey, we're going to do a sequel, and we're going to do it in a year.
With the release of Back 4 Blood and Crowcat's video, Left 4 Dead 2 starts being propagated as some genius masterpiece by people who don't even know who made the game or its genre.
Left 4 Dead is one of the best, most fun world has
Indian.
when I managed to install 30 feet fanboy.
Left 4 Dead 2 is not a masterpiece.
Jesus Christ. Can I just point something else out? I don't get why some people have to be open with their fetishes and force it into their videos.
Like what?
Like what just now, you know.
Wait, rewind. I didn't really catch
Left 4
that.
Dead is one of the best, most fun world has gone. Just when I managed to install 30 feet fanboy.
Left 4 Dead
I don't really have anything to say about that other than it's kind of dumb. It's too dumb. Then again, I'm kind of sick and tired of the fetishization of fanboys.
Yeah.
2 is not a masterpiece. Left 4 Dead 1 is, but that doesn't mean it's flawless. The unfinished redesign is holding it back.
Can I just say something real quick? I don't know if it's related to this video.
Go on.
I kind of miss. I kind of wish there were more videos that had Markiplier's old pacing for his videos. You know, I mean they're edited, but at the same time they're like they know not to be over edited and stuff. It's just it's what I mean.
I know what you mean, dude. Yeah.
It's not trying to overstimulate you.
Yeah. I know. Agreed.
The redesign again. There's one more thing I'd like to reveal about it, which nobody seems to know or talk about. Have you ever wondered why early beta Dead Air and No Mercy screenshots look really identical? You will find most early No Mercy skylines recycled in Dead Air, but why specifically there? Because Dead Air and No Mercy are the same campaign. It's been recycled. If you compare No Mercy maps with Dead Air maps, if you special paste their levels into each other, you'll see how they match.
That was like one of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Left 4 Dead was originally designed to be a semi-open world, and some of the maps were fully connected. You had some different routes to take, you were meant to explore the world.
That would have been cool.
Turtle Rock were very passionate, but they overestimated themselves in the source engine, so all of it was cut. Many years later, we have a crap ton of people spreading misinformation about what the original beta was like. This guy claims early Left 4 Dead design was all about pitch blackness, and I don't understand why he's twisting it.
The environment itself would have been much darker in some areas, with lighting being primarily how you would be able to see, mostly from much more light sources of lit windows and buildings, signs, and a much more brighter skybox. It was going to be originally way darker, pitch black. Thank God this was changed. As you can probably imagine, doing a whole 2-tank finale, everything originally was going to be darker, less engaging, bloated, and as I've stated multiple times before.
Fuck's sake. Bloated. Like, you ever just hate how people keep using bloated and all that?
Every time, wait, hold on, let me just get an image. Every time they say bloated, I just think of where the fuck? There you go. I just think of this guy from The Binding of Isaac.
Hold up. Sounds about
I know,
right.
it's like, yeah, it's a blow.
Yeah.
And but anyways, go on.
Wait, honestly, for my review, my very first review when I reviewed The Evil Within, God, I said review, but I think I may have made some. Well, I didn't make those claims. I just, I sort of fell into that trap a bit.
Wait, of what?
When I made my first review for my channel.
Damn.
I'm no better, sadly.
As you can probably
You
imagine,
can be better, though. You can always be better.
Yeah.
doing a whole 2-tank finale, everything originally was going to be darker, less engaging, bloated, and as I've stated multiple times before, less fun for a general repeating game.
The beta wasn't dark at all. You can look at Valve's screenshots of it. It was lit up like a Christmas tree. The light poles were on, the streets were fully lit up. Did he look at those oversaturated clips recorded on a Nokia brick and thought, this is exactly how the game looked in reality or something? The beta was...
They probably did. Did you see the marketing for all the Dead Space remake? And people were constantly shitting on it time and time.
Yeah, it's like this. It's a cash grab. You're supporting yay. Yeah, it looks so horrible. Gender neutral toilets, freaking woke slob.
God, what the fuck were they on?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Much brighter than retail, especially if you compare them side by side. All of it was cut as a way to guide players. In retail, you'll see lights only in areas you have to go to with directional arrows everywhere. The game treats its player like a complete imbecile, which makes sense once you look at their playtester footage. They all play like they're demented or something.
This is IGN we're talking about, though.
Yep.
Left 4 Dead needs a remake confirmed. Never mind.
Yes. Wait, what?
Never mind, it's cool.
I pay to see it.
Yeah, same.
Did that card just cause her to get staggered?
No, I don't think that was... Maybe it blew up.
The Hunter music was
The
different.
semi-open world was scrapped because
I didn't
playtesters
notice
kept
it.
getting split, lost, kept dying, or always chose the fastest route to the finale, not to mention the source limitations. It's a shame. I think they could have found ways to work around all of it. By mid-2000s standards, an open-world game would have been revolutionary for the Source engine if done right. Scrapping concepts and ideas is not always a good thing. The Witch, for example, was originally a bigger threat and would go after every survivor once alerted. She's meant to be a special boss, but she got nerfed to the point where she's completely harmless in retail.
I don't know, I kinda prefer the retail witch over the before witch, whatever. I just prefer the witch we got than the witch they planned. It just seems more unfair.
Yeah.
You have to be actively trying to get killed by her on purpose. The entire reason she was nerfed is because playtesters somehow kept alerting her, so she kept wiping them out. They got frustrated and blamed the game. Instead of cutting it, Valve could have made it so the witch goes after every survivor only on advanced or expert difficulties, or only when she's on fire. Or made it a realism game mode only thing in the sequel. There are many ways to rebalance a mechanic. Cutting stuff out is simply a waste of potential. Scrapping enemies, mechanics, and chunks of the game because of incompetent playtesters is crazy. You can pick what you personally think looks better. To me, it's the lighting, it's the 2D skylines, it's the lit up streets and windows. You can.
I just, honestly, I like when I see stuff like this, and I have trouble thinking now.
Specify your
What he
thoughts
said was
exactly.
because you see, the screamer was cut because it was apparently unfair. Like it kept alerting hordes and annoying the player. Like I thought maybe it was genuinely play tested, but then I'm told this, and I'm like, what? I mean, it's true, but
If it gave that much trouble, it's like, why doesn't it? Isn't it the same thing with the boomer? It essentially does the same thing because basically, when you get spit on by a boomer, it spawns in a horde of zombies.
no. But the difference is the screamer like would have been constantly doing it. I don't know what was the plan. It's weird because I always think it was just me that had these issues, but then I hear this, but the problem is I agree, and I forget it. Just never mind.
Tried to accomplish with the redesign, but they either lost the vision or the people who carried it left the studio. Game redesigns focus on refinement, they focus detail, they focus innovation. Downgrades are used for compatibility, they focus consoles, they focus profit. In Left 4 Dead's case, the downgrade is disguised as a redesign. The lighting and visual effects, like bloom and weapon sway, got cut. The open levels were cut. The game is trimmed down and oversimplified. This is not a redesign, it's an unfinished product, and there's a reason why they abandoned ship. They were meant to finish what they started in the sequel, but they ended up making it even worse. Left 4 Dead 2 retails will try to convince you that this is a redesign and not a downgrade. Cutting half the game out and replacing it with TF2 assets is not a redesign. The original developers are mocked and discredited for everything they've done. One of the devs tried to stand up against the mass hysteria, but got ignored. The Left 4 Dead 2 fandom is the prime example of why you should not be making something that's for everybody. You risk creating a divided community years later that will spread hostility and call you a janitor. This is only a problem if your goal is to unite the community. In Valve's case, that was the goal, and this is the result. A lot of the same hostility can be seen targeted at a mod called Nightmare, which is not a mod nor a game, it's a collection. You can find many Left 4 Dead clout chasers making videos on it, most of which are propagating it as the scariest or hardest mod ever created. It's funny, considering the fact Nightmare is none of those things and is not advertised as such.
Exactly.
The YouTubers either glaze or propagate the mod
But then wait. Never mind.
Things and is not advertised as such. The YouTubers either glaze or propagate the mod as something it's not trying to be. The same Zoe thumbnail everywhere recycled a million times, the same clickbait titles, none of them care to explain what the mod really is.
The same five songs, the radio station that play the same 5 songs.
What's that reference to?
Hold on, let me just get it. It's a song.
None of them care to explain what the mod really is. There's this one retail fan who made a review on Nightmare.
A bit hard to call a review, but we'll roll with it.
In the style of...
Honestly, Nazcaused made the best video on it. Like, he was right, for the most part. I mean, now, it's easy to trash on it, but just forget it.
Probcat, he attempts to misrepresent things and focuses mostly on jank. He'll tell you how the mod changes everything heavily.
You still here, man?
I'm here.
While showing footage of stretch decals, or just him shooting propane tanks point blank. From the first minute of his intro, it's clear the guy doesn't give a shit. He doesn't...
Wait a second.
There's this one retail fan who made a review on Nightmare. In the style of Probcat, he attempts to misrepresent things and focuses mostly on jank. He'll tell you how the mod changes everything heavily, while showing footage of stretch decals, or just him shooting propane tanks point blank. From the first minute of his intro, it's clear the guy doesn't give a shit. He doesn't explain the premise, he doesn't try to learn how to play it. Nightmare is not...
That's kind of wrong, though. I mean, okay. it's sort of a bit wrong. He sort of did, didn't he?
I guess.
I have to watch it again to understand, but
Not the topic of this video, but it sheds a lot of light on the Left 4 Dead 2 community and draws a line to Turok Studios' mass hysteria. It's similar. A proper Nightmare review is a video for another day, but in case I don't care to make it, I'll just give it a brief rundown.
Wait, isn't this guy the same person? Just why is he talking like, he... Fuck, I don't know.
And be done with
Ooh,
it.
Nightmare made this video?
Yes.
Why is he talking like... What?
He's talking like Yoru and him are different, like even though he's Yoru, right?
Maybe.
I mean, this guy advertises a lot of Nightmare mod stuff. I don't know. Maybe there's a big misconception.
It's an arcade action horror mod pack designed for veterans of the game. It's a total conversion that merges Cry of Fear and early beta Left 4 Dead. It does not have lore, but the overall concept is that you're in purgatory. You're between life and death, and that is the entire premise of this mod.
Basically, Dormitibus
Pack. It's not about being realistic. There's no green flu. It's
I
not
love they were both controversial. This mod pack and Dormitibus.
I'd say, but yeah, Dormitibus got the worst end of the stick. But yeah.
Yeah.
Dead. You fight doppelgangers of yourself.
Now I want a Dormitibus. Now I want Dormitibus mods for Left 4 Dead.
I would pay to see that.
Same.
Shadow creatures and other twisted things.
I mean, there's a lot of commission mods, so it's possible.
Yeah.
Nightmare primarily merges early beta Left 4 Dead with Cry of Fear, but also Dead Space and Doom.
Maybe I should, just try to give Nightmare Mod another chance. I don't know.
It's a shame that's not.
Sorry, what?
It's a shame that the rest of it isn't as good.
The rest of what?
The mod pack.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, music is underutilized these days. One time for my Four Nights at Freddy's adaptation, someone didn't like how I added music in the fourth night, but I told them because I just thought it felt more empty without the music,
Yeah. Then again, it's it's a very important thing to know when and when not to use music.
Yeah.
It's so important. It's like for a scene, you always gotta know when it's not fitting to use music.
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead is a horror game, and Nightmare reinforces that by adding some hardcore survival horror elements. However, Nightmare's goal isn't to scare you, its focus is set on a horror aesthetic of a bygone era. Left 4 Dead at its core is a fun co-op game, and Nightmare doesn't take that away, and encourages it and adds new ways to experience it.
Close the fucking door, mate. Fuck. Hey, chill her.
Wait, what? You're alive?
Yeah.
You're alive?
Yeah.
A lot of people find Nightmare scary. A lot of people don't.
I don't know.
Nightmare scary.
Sorry, I just love the wait, pause. I just love how it cuts to the main menu after that. It's like he didn't have to like pause and then like hover his mouse button over the exit and then the loading screen like for a bit. It's just straight to the main menu. It's such an indirect joke.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't.
I don't know why they had to change the main menu to a list. I don't know how that contributes to the horror experience.
It doesn't matter. Horror doesn't need to scare. It's a thematic style. Whether or not you think Nightmare or Left 4 Dead do a good job at horror is
A subjective, philosophical point of fucking view.
To conclude this video, Left 4 Dead is
Thank you, Voss.
Yeah.
Is constant.
Thank you, who?
Voss from Far Cry.
Whether or not you think Nightmare or Left 4 Dead do a good job at horror is
A subjective, philosophical.
That's Voss. I mean, I didn't recognize him. Then again, I've seen in game, but not real life.
Point of fucking view.
To conclude this video, Left 4 Dead is an overglazed console game with an outlandish community that's gotten completely out of line.
By the way, I have another question. So regarding the VTuber stuff, I saw one person say the reason why VTubers are liked is because they have a bit of personality from the creator instead of just a real life appearance. Which is that true?
What do you mean?
I don't know. The reason why VTubers are apparently liked is, I know this is off topic, sorry, but I heard the reason VTubers are liked more is because they're a character or based on the personality or better traits or positive traits of the in real life creator instead of just being just a virtual take or just a virtual version of their real life appearance or something like that.
I don't know. The person who he usually shows when he like scrolls through the Crobe Cat video, like the reactions and stuff. That VTuber is basically an asshole. They're a massive asshole.
Oh wait,
and it's like,
you know that VTuber?
I've heard about her. She's an asshole. She's basically a far right reaction VTuber.
Wait,
she's basically Asmongold.
I see. What you mean, Rev or Rez?
Rev is also a far right VTuber. This one's called Smug Alana.
I see. Okay. I see. Okay, continue.
Left 4 Dead 2 is not a horrible game. It's a horrible sequel, but luckily enough, you can fix its problems.
Luckily enough,
Do you want to see
the VTuber community is just the VTuber community nowadays is just infested with these far right people who just like have nothing to do than spread hate because they have nothing to do in their lives, and then they're commended for it. They're commended for not wanting peace.
Wow.
But
I
just hate them.
Damn. I'm sorry.
I just don't get why people would root for them.
Probably because of their body proportions. That's all I'll say.
It's like, and that's why I just kind of feel shame whenever I just look at porn sometimes.
I understand you, man.
But anyways, sorry to ruin the mood, but
No
let's
worries.
continue.
Hey, don't worry. I like it when we talk.
I like it when we talk too.
Yeah.
You can install a mod and see your legs. If you want to hear gun echo, you can install a mod and hear the echo. If you want to play the beta, you can install a mod and play the beta. Left 4 Dead 2 is superior to Left 4 Dead 1 despite being objectively inferior, simply because of its workshop. If you don't like something about this game, you can fix it with mods. But
Yes,
it
that's
won't
why
quite be the
it's so
same.
complex. Like,
Workshop add-
Sorry, what?
I guess that's why it's so goddamn complex. It's inferior, but at the same time, it's superior. It's like fucking. It's like freaking Silent Hill 2's story.
Yeah.
I mean, not exactly the best example. I'm just saying it's complex.
Yeah, it is.
Add-ons are not the real deal, and modders will never be able to fill an ocean of lost potential for Left 4 Dead. Modding this game is too hard. This video is created solely for satire and entertainment purposes. It's not sponsored, and you should not go after anyone or interact with sick individuals. The people who enjoy something will keep enjoying it, and keep to themselves. The vanilla retail purists are just a loud minority that doesn't matter. This video is probably a one-off and serves primarily as a beacon for other content creators who want to learn more about Left 4 Dead and its poor sequel. It was created to clear up and shed light on the Turtle Rock hate. It was created to analyze and explain what Left 4 Dead is, its history, and some of its design. Nobody has ever made a proper Left 4 Dead critique video, because this game came out before the era of widespread gaming critique videos. So, this video really just exists as a way to help tip the balance a bit. Ta-ta.
That was enjoyable.
Yeah. Yeah. Honest. But yeah, I was kind of expecting it to be another Smoothers video, but like, you remember that?
Yeah.
This was much better than I thought.
Way better.
Yeah. So, this is just stretching, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised. Yeah. Honestly, it's weird because. Video. Sorry, what?
Is good video.
Yeah, it's weird because usually when you're bombarded to a lot of hate, like you suddenly forget, all the good, and when something like this appears, like it's such a breath of fresh air, or it's so tonally, like it just snaps you back in. I'm not sure.
I get what you're saying. And I've experienced that before. Way too much, honestly.
Yeah.